Hi, I'm Eric Ferguson with Esco Artwork. We're here at LN Label in Clearwater, Florida. Let's go inside and talk to them about their new CDI purchase. Gene, could you introduce yourself and kind of give us a history of LN Label?
Sure.
Who you are.
My name is Gene Mallows, and I've been with LN Label Company about 6 years now. Before that, I did a lot of work up in the Northeast with some larger companies, but decided to come down to Florida to get involved down here. The thing I liked about LN Label Company is that it's always been a family-owned company, and it's pretty much come from Stephen down to from his dad down to him. And I like that a lot about him, and I like the values that are associated with the company as well. We've been in business here since 1979, and Steve's dad started the company in a garage with a small 2-inch press, and basically hired his son on 3 years after that in '81, and have continued to build and flourish since then. A narrow web shop. We have 2 Webtrons, 2 Mark Andys, and allied gear equipment in the back. It's mainly narrow web equipment, and we print up to 8 colors, process line, many different substrates, things of that nature. So we're pretty much can make anything that someone's looking for as far as a label company goes.
Could you tell me a little bit about, I guess, as we get into learning about Esco Artwork, how did you first learn about Esco Artwork, and what's been your experience, I guess?
I think the first time I was introduced to Esco Artwork is actually through one of the trade houses that we would purchase plates through in my previous life, and being able to have them produce plates that would come to color right away, hit the proofs that we were trying to hit and stuff like that was always something that we were kind of yearning for as a smaller company. The technology was never really available to a small company until recently, and then once we were made aware that we could actually afford one of these things, that's when we started to seriously look at the Esco system. Because we have had such good luck dealing with the trade houses that were running Escos, it was a natural move for us to look at that and move into that area.
Could you tell me who you are and what you do here at LN Label?
My name is Mark Turk. I'm a press operator. Been here for 20 years.
Fantastic. So I know you guys just recently bought an Esco CDI. Could you tell me if you see any difference at all in what you were printing before to what you're seeing today?
I see 100% difference in everything about them plates. I love that plates all together. Everything about them, they mount good, they clean up good, and they print nice. Not to mention the fact I think we can carry a 1% dot with them all the way now, all the way across the plate.
That's great. So you're happy with the decision then?
Oh yeah, I'm happy. I wish we'd have done it 10 years ago or something, but yeah, I'm happy with it.
Great. Appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Boil it down into 2 or 3 key factors in the initial, sort of the early process of thinking about going digital. What were the 2 or 3 things that you were really targeting?
The reproduction of the printed material, matching the proof, and eliminating the film and the contact and all the issues that we have been experiencing with that, as far as flashing the edges of the plates and inconsistent highlights and dots dropping off and stuff like that. It's pretty much why we decided to go digital.
Could you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do here at LN Label?
My name is Raina Martin, and I'm a customer service representative, also office manager.
I know that you guys just recently went digital, so
Yes.
you made the decision, you took the leap from going from an analog workflow to a digital workflow. Can you tell me from a customer service perspective how that's changed anything, if anything?
It has changed a lot. Customers are a lot, well, let's just say, their images are coming out a lot crisper and a lot clearer from their past images that we've been put through, through the analog process. It has changed turnaround times, made them faster. I don't have to wait for film to come out anymore or anything like that. And it's just a better way to go. Everybody's happy all the way around.
Great. So you think it was a good call?
I think so.
Great.
I'd
Thanks,
recommend
Raina.
it.
Thank you, Raina.
Yeah.
So after you heard of this Esco Artwork initially, but prior to really getting into getting a quote and doing all of those things, how did you, I guess, find more information. So where did you find more information about?
Well, the information that we found actually came through a plate supplier that we use, Anderson and Vreeland, and the sales guy there was actually who started to really put the heat under our feet as far as you guys really need to look at an ESCO, you know, now's the time. And I've done a lot of dealings with Anderson and Vreeland over the years and had very good luck, so we felt quite comfortable once he started selling it to us and explaining it to us and talking about how it could improve our workflow and stuff. We felt quite comfortable that if he was on board with it, he certainly always had our back, and we could certainly, you know, trust what he was telling us to move forward, you know, into an ESCO unit.
Mm-hmm. So looking back on that, you'd say that partnership was pretty important for your decision-making process?
I don't think we'd be sitting here today if it wasn't for that partnership.
Fantastic.
So, well, hey, sorry to interrupt your day. I know that you're having a busy time, you know, in the middle of work week here. But could you tell us who you are and what you do at LN Label?
My name's Dan. I'm the production manager here. I basically run our production board, which controls what all the presses are going to be printing today.
So I know you guys just recently bought an ESCO CDI, and so you made the leap from going from analog to a digital workflow. Has that changed any of your life as a scheduler?
Oh, quite a bit. We get the jobs out much faster now, and we don't have to send quite as many out to be redone.
So you think it's a little bit easier for you?
Oh, yes.
Fantastic. Thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Financially, what were the business reasons, I guess, for you to, that really pushed you over the edge? That said, we're going to commit ourselves to do this, we're going to go ahead and buy the unit and move forward. Obviously, you had a lot of things on your plate with getting it into a new building around the same time. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of investment there. So why would you do this? Why now?
Why now? Same reason with the building. It was, the time was just right. And with the new building, we hated to carry some of the old technology over here as far as the film processor goes, the rolls of film, the chemistry, the inconsistencies in the plates. We really wanted to offer the customers something that we could stand behind. We didn't really feel we had that in our analog system, and we really thought that even though it was a hefty price to pay, the time was right, and we put it ahead of some other things as far as equipment purchases and stuff like that go. You know, it helped streamline the workflow and to offer the customer something that we knew we could reproduce jobs time and time again, accurately. You know, color accurate.
Mm-hmm. My name's Ursel Lambert. I'm a press operator here at LN, and I pretty much take care of the Mark Andy department here, do the maintenance and things of that nature. As far as the new plates material, fantastic, big difference. Can hold that 1% screen all the time, never a problem.
Nice.
Clean up real well.
So you're seeing a visible difference at the end of the press?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm using it every day with the dot gain and stuff that we have now. We're able to pull off a little better quality.
Well, okay. I know that we installed the unit right around the same time that your building was essentially being painted.
That's
right?
correct. We had just finished doing the floors, and I think the art department was really the only department that was finished. We had the crate shipped here. We pushed it through the art department floor, and we set an install date, not even knowing if we were really going to have the building ready in time. Mm-hmm. I think we ended up pushing it back 1 week is what we ended up doing. But when it came to do the install, we had all of the electricity in place, the machine was in place and leveled, and quite honestly I was shocked. The install took us less than 1 day to do. Literally, ESCO was in here doing the install, checking the machine out, and giving us the green light, and really just waiting for us to let them know if there was anything else we needed them to take care of.
Good. Could you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do here at LN?
Yeah, sure. I'm John Brand. I've been here with LN for about 9 years. I'm currently running the graphics department. Started out just doing regular design work and all, but pretty much worked my way through making film, making plates, doing all the design end of it, all the pre-press stuff. Mm-hmm.
So you were here throughout the installation, but also obviously much longer before that. So you lived the life before digital, and now you're living a life after digital, right?
Yeah, I've actually been through a couple installs of different RIP systems and film systems, image setters. So.
Mm-hmm. Could you tell me, I know that you worked with a vendor on this project, one of ESCO's partners, Anderson Vreeland. Could you tell me a little bit about what I guess they did to help you through getting the installation done, but even before the installation, guiding you in the right, pointing you in certain directions, or what they did?
Yeah, well, they did a lot for us. They really kind of guided us into which machine we wanted to get. They gave us a lot of input on how it was going to change our workflow, what we should be looking for, how to set up our existing RIP to work with it right away. And so there really wasn't any downtime. It was a pretty easy transition once we got it hooked up.
So that really didn't disturb your pre-press workflow to bring in the new equipment?
No, it just made it better.
Fantastic. In what ways did it make it better?
Well, we print a lot cleaner. It's a much finer dot. We can produce proofs that we can actually hand to the customer, and I know at the end of the press it's going to look the same way, instead of saying, well, it's going to get a little darker in this spot and a little muddy in this spot, but you know, it's all about the accuracy.
So overall, as an operator, what do you think of actually using the device? Is it something that's noisy and clunky, or is it how difficult is it to actually use the device?
No, it's great. It's very easy to use, very easy to set all the images up on it and make plates. I think I pretty much showed everybody in the back there how to use it, and it's just easy drag and drop deal. It's much easier than setting film on a plate.
So on the floor, do you think the guys are happy with this decision?
Absolutely.
Great. So once you turned the switch and you moved away, I guess, both physically and figuratively from film, that you just turned the switch, it was just done.
It was
that
over.
Easy?
We really waited for the implementation the following week and the training, but we really thought that we could have run the machine right after it was installed. When they came in to do the training on the machine, we output a couple of fingerprint plates and processed them the very first day, and then once they were dried, we light finished them, put them on the press, printed, measured our dot gain, fed the numbers back into the device, and we're actually running live jobs on the second day of the install by lunchtime, which is quite impressive.
Yeah, I think so too.
Since that point in time, we've really never looked backwards again. I had thought that we would keep the film processor set up in the other building. We would keep a case of analog material over there in case we, got ourselves in trouble. But quite honestly, we're looking back over there and thinking, why do we got to clean that mess up? Let's get rid of it.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty useful for that.
Yeah, it's a fancy show.
Awesome.
So now we've made the decision to completely separate ourselves from the old way of doing things and continue to move forward with the digital.
Okay, so one last question.
Sure.
Are you happy with your decision?
I wish we had made it earlier. I'm very happy with it, but I do wish we had made it earlier. It's made life much easier.
That's great. Thanks for your time. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.